Hi everyone and welcome to my channel. My name is Beth and I am so happy that you're here. And yes, my hair is just, I have been out running around. I have been to the booth, I have been to the store, I have made an online store order. I went and got coffee, and what else have I done today? I'm not sure. But I'm down here in the garage and there's a few things that I wanted to get done, so I thought I'd bring you along with me. So I'm going to just flip this around, but I want to come on and say hey. So let me flip this around. I am going to show you what I got in from Amazon yesterday, I believe. And I'm also going to show you a watercolor that I did while I was watching TV. I got bored and I need to move this thing. See, that's where, but it works right now. I got bored last night, and so I decided to watercolor while I was watching TV. What was I watching? Oh, Only Murders in the Building. Yep. I really like that show. Dan had gone to bed. It was just me. It's pretty late, probably about 12:30. And I do this sometimes. It's a way for me to relax. And that is it. That is the last. This is the biggest one I've done. This is a 10 by 14, I believe. And is it anything special? No. But it's a watercolor, and I did it. And I'm happy with it. I tend to always paint water for some reason. Maybe because I miss being around it. I don't know. Water and landscapes. It's not that I intentionally do that. It's just that when I put water on the paper and then I start putting paint, and it just tends to almost always turn into a landscape with some kind of water on it. So, but I just wanted to share that with you. I did sign it for all of y'all that I don't sign it where it's obvious, but I did sign it. And I am looking for a frame for it. Okay. This is the new mold I got off of Amazon. And I like this mold because it has this that comes out. Oh, it better come out. It's supposed to be 2 pieces. Okay, it is. It's 2 pieces. And the reason why I say that I like this mold is because if I want, this is the inside, right? But if I just wanted to use that to pour, and my thought pattern was I could do this in a different color. Look at that. Now there is no animal down here. There's an animal hair on this. Maybe it's Buster Boo's hair. But he doesn't come down here, so I don't know. I think it would be easier to... Can you see down in there? I don't know. Maybe we should pour this and see. I think we'll go ahead and pour that. And I think we'll go ahead and do that now. So while I show you everything else, edges can be getting hard. How about that? And I did get these at the Dollar Tree, which I did not show you because it's just a measuring cup with one of those. But there's all sorts of stuff on it now. I don't know. We're going to try it. I am going to spray this down. Poof. Yep, that's alcohol. I'm going to spray alcohol down in here really good. Okay, now with the Hydrocast, it's 3-to-1. Which one? Two. I'm doing one more to make it a full 3, I think. Okay. And let me see, I need to get some color. I'm going to bring it over here. My light bulb just fell, and so did my pen. I think I want a green and a blue. Well, let's just go with green, blue, and yellow. It's a green, and I'm putting quite a bit of this in here. Because I want it dark and deep. And then just a couple of squirts of yellow. And then we'll get to see what color it actually makes. Ooh. Okay. And I really like this color. And I do not have enough. Okay, that is a very pretty color, isn't it? And I don't think this is going to be enough for that vase. Look at that color. Really, really pretty color. Okay, we're going to go with it. Okay. Oh, and it is not enough. Okay. Okay. So I have got to open up another one real fast. Oh no. I should have done this to make sure, but I'm just opening up another one real fast. Trash can is getting so full. Okay, here we go. Now I am going to go ahead and get this totally out of here so it does not dry. Oh, this blue is so pretty though, and I probably am not going to be able to even get close, but we will try. I'm going to do 2 full. Okay. And we are going to mix again. With just a squirt of yellow. And we're going to pour that in. And we're going to mix. And hopefully well, I didn't think that I needed a whole thing because I only did 2 cups. And I thought it was 3 to 1. So oh, and this is not anywhere close to the color. Look. Nowhere near the color. Yeah, I'm just playing around. Trying to get that deep color, and it is not. I'm sitting there looking at the color inside this thing. If I get too much color in here, though, it's not going to. This is not the color either, but it's gonna have to work. Goodness, no. Really? I don't have enough still? Well, you know what I do when I don't have enough. If you've watched me long enough, you know what I do when I don't have enough. And that's when I make a mess because I'm going to put filler in. And I'm looking for something close enough to the color. Well, let's do this. If it shows, then it will be pretty, right? This just always works. I always keep something close by. I really like that. Okay, and that worked. Put this up. I'll be back when I've got all this cleaned up. Okay, I'm back. That's as best I could get it off my hands, but it came up off of here pretty good. And I got these off of Amazon. And this is what I'm going to do for my booth. I haven't sold anything today at my booth on a Sunday, y'all. I don't know. Last month was down. I sure hope this month goes back up. Okay. I think there's 24 of these. They're 2 by 2 blocks. And they look pretty good, actually. I will want to sand them. Let's get 6 of them out of here. Let's see, 2, 4, 6, 7, so that's 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. I thought they were supposed to be 24. It does not say. I was almost sure it's supposed to be 24. 2, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Huh. Okay, I do have to check this just to make sure. No. I don't want to tell you wrong, and I don't want to. I was thinking I was getting 24. Which doesn't mean anything. I mean, you know. There they are. No, it's a pack of 20. Let's see what I paid for them. You could probably go get a 2 by 2. Do they sell them 2 by 2s? That is not what I paid for it. $21 for 20 of them. So just a little over $1 a piece. They're actually sanded pretty good. But I say there are a little bit. Let me go get my sander. Let's see if I can round off these edges. Pretty easy. Yeah, I can. I don't like pointed edges. Basically on anything. These sand down very easily and very quickly. Oop. And I am going to be decoupaging. I'm going to print some things off of my computer also. but we have so many things down here to choose from. I thought we'd use a few, and I'm going to just see how these do, because these are so quick to make. And I'm going to see how they do at the booth. My upcycles and stuff at the Vintage Warehouse, for some reason, they don't sell good there. And I think I don't know. Maybe people just don't like my style. I don't know. But it's a little strange. I did finally sell my little duck keychain holder. Not keychain, but key holder that I made on YouTube. I've sold a few pieces, but it takes a long time, y'all. That's the thing. And I've got my paper towel holder in there, and I've got the planner, the casted planner, which I love. If I don't sell that, I'll just bring it home, because I really, really love that, even though I don't need it. I really don't need anything. In my home, really have any place to put anything in my home. I'm taking that up just a little bit. Okay. And now I am going to, on these, I'm going to use the Fusion Victorian Lace. This is a sealer. It's everything. And I think what I'm going to do, it's just I put a little bit down. I don't know if I'm going to brush it on. Well, that one's not really good. Yeah, I'm looking for a big brush. Yeah, my big brushes are upstairs. That's too stiff, I think. It doesn't have to be perfect. This is just so where it is not wood. It's so the decal. Not the decal. Whatever I decide to put on here, it shows up. And I am putting a thin layer right now. This brush actually turned out to be a really good brush because it's sort of stiff and it allows me to really get in there. Now I will be putting a different color paint on the edges. And it will probably be milk paint. And you can see how fast this is for 6 of them. I am going to go around the edges real quick in just a second once I get these all painted up. Make sure that there's not any white paint setting on the edge. And I know there will be because I'm putting pressure as I brush it on. Okay. Do I have enough in the cap? Almost perfect. Well, I don't think that'll ever happen again. Okay. I'm going to take the wipey. I just want to make sure, yeah, see, I don't want there to be clumps of white paint. Because I'm telling you, this Fusion, once you put it on, it doesn't go nowhere. It's an all-in-one paint. And I do get just the little sample bottles. I don't use a whole lot of any of this paint right now. So until I start using a bunch, I'll just continue getting the samples instead of the real big. And when I run out, and I have run out of milk paint, and I probably should buy the bigger things of milk paint. But right now I'm keeping it simple. And I know I could sand this off. And I'll probably end up having to sand some of it off. I just didn't want, yeah, the clumpiness. Okay. And wow. I'm all about making messes. And yes, I am going to wipe this up real fast, because I could paint this whole thing with Fusion. And maybe one day we'll do this when I have plenty of paint to show you how durable it is. But today is not the day, so I want to get it off of there. And I also want to get it out of my brush real quick. Oh, I don't want to use one of those. I'll use this. Oh! Yeah, I should have wore a glove. Because it's not easy to get off. Even your hands, you can. But it's not like some paints. You know, folk art paint, you get it on, you just rub it off, right off. This is not it. This does sort of stick to your hands a little bit more. Okay. Good enough. Okay. Let's go right in the trash can because I'm taking the trash can to the dump tomorrow. So, and it's plumb full. Okay, so now I've got that is totally dry. Okay. I love that heat gun because it definitely makes a difference. It does dry it quicker. So it makes your crafting quicker. And I'm doing 6 of these so you can see how quickly police sirens. And I am rounding it off a little bit more than what it was before. I do have my garage door open. It's been cool. I've got a hoodie on today because it's been cooler. This weather is weird. It rained a little bit, so I had to move that coffee table that I got for free. And y'all haven't even seen that yet. And you didn't see all of the stuff from my Salvation Army run yesterday in the video. I totally forgot to show it to you. And I will show it to you on this one before I end it. Hopefully, I don't forget. That is a possibility. Okay, I'm making sure that I've got. Now I'm going to take, not a wet one, but just a dry, and making sure that I don't have. And I'm going to line them up here and get them ready. Okay. Now, we're going to be using the iron-on method. Let me make sure that I've got my little iron. I do, okay. Because I think that is the most simplest, and I want to do these the most simplest and quickest way. So I can charge a low price and not have to, I'm looking for flat Mod Podge. And I'm going with Mod Podge this time. I've got gloss, I've got high gloss, I got dishwasher, I got matte. Okay. And with this, okay. And if I put too much, then I will wipe it off because I want to put an even coat on. And I want to make sure I get it all the way to the edge. And it pretty much worked out good. I think I've got way too much on these, but maybe I can put just a little bit more on this one because this one seems a little, yeah. Make sure that I don't have any of it around the edges, but I want it all the way up to the edges. So yep, a little bit too much on that one. That's all I did. I saw that it was going to be a little bit too much. I just wiped my brush off. Same with that. I know this is going to be a little bit too much. You can tell when you start brushing. I'm making sure I'm getting it right up to the edge. If I think I'm going over, then I'm wiping it off on the side. And so far, pretty good. I don't feel any on the edges. I had a little bit right there. So far, that's the only one. Wow. But I am checking to make sure. Dot right there. Do want to make sure these are fairly evened coated. And I see that this one's got a little bit air bubbles. And we are going to dry these real quick. I'm just making sure that I get all this off of here. Because I'll be using this again. Okay. That is good. So let's dry these. I'm not holding them too close because I do have it on 7. And I move it around. I go back and forth. I don't want it to burn or bubble. And it will bubble if you hold it too close or too long. With any kind of glue or even paint. See, I saw that bubbling right there, and I don't want that bubbling. So, let me turn it down a little bit. Turn it down to 6. I don't have it real close, and I'm moving it around quite a bit. This has got to be totally dry before this will work. So this may take a couple of minutes, and I'm doing it in real time so you can tell. You can actually look on your computer and tell exactly how many minutes it took to dry this. That is not, so I can sort of tell what is dry and what is not because it turns dull. Okay, that is done. That is ready to go. So now I've got to choose what design I want on here, which is going to be the fun part of it because I have so much to choose from. I also could do stamps, but I don't want to do stamps right now. I actually thought about some napkins, but I don't know what I do with my napkins. We're going to set these over here for just a second. This is stuff I know I'm not going to use. There may be something in here though. We'll look through these real quick. Oh, how cute would that be? Oh, that may be one of them. This is, I think, pretty much all Alice and Wonderland. If I do this though, I'm gonna have to put some kind of saying on it, and I want to do that at the same time. No, that's too big, and I don't want to waste it. Okay, these are adorable, but I'm looking for smaller. Those are too small. Those would be great for magnets. And the same thing with that. They would be great for magnets. I may have to go with the napkins because oh, look at see, I'm saving those. I've got, oh wow, okay, I could do one there saying we are all mad here. Yeah, I'm keeping that out. Have y'all seen these before? I think you've seen these before, right? Oh, we may do that. Oh, okay. We may have to do... Will that fit? No. Will that fit? What was the other Mad Hatter little pieces in here? Oh, are these bigger? Oh yeah, they're bigger. Okay, let's go with, because those would be better. Oh yeah. That's pretty, but I want something a little bit more unique. Oh, these bees are wonderful. Look at these bees. I forgot about the bees. Oh, look at that. Oh, you could put that with a bee. Wait a minute. They're just not big enough. Okay. Oh, look at that. I could put some steampunky stuff on. Yep. Oh, I wish one of these would fit on that block. I think that would be so cool. Nope. Same thing with, ooh, these are pretty. That's not what I'm looking for, though. I know it when I see it. Okay. So we went through all those. I did find a few. This is rice paper, by the way, and you can tell it because it's so much more durable than napkins or just plain decoupage paper. This is decoupage paper. I can tell the difference. Okay. One of those might work. I'm not too sure, but one of them might work. That definitely would work, but I'd have to put a saying. This I really need to get on something soon for Memorial Day. The same thing with these. So many pretty, I love the birds. Those need to go on magnets. I'm going to hold those out. I need to get some magnets made. Now, I could put this down and then put, okay, cut the chicken around it, maybe. But I would have to cut that out. Now, okay, these are different animals, but I think they're all too big. Let's look at them now. Because if I can find some They're small enough to go on these blocks. I think it would be fun. Let's see. Nope. Nope. The bunny will, but I don't think I want just the bunny. And I think everything else is too big. I could do the chicks. Nope. Ooh, here's a napkin. Did I put some napkins in here? These are all the same. Oh my. These are the UV though. I don't like the UV. Oh, but these would look so cute on there. Touch my coffee and eat. Okay. Could I make them matte looking? I like those. I don't want to use these. Oh, I think my husband's coming down here. I hear him groaning. I am. Did you tell him no?
I told him Friday that boy wasn't coming to let
But you're not feeling good, honey.
Not gonna have him walk home.
Do you want me to go? So I can drive? Okay, I found my napkins, so let's look through these real quick. These are all too big. Uh-oh. Oh, please let that fit. Okay, that's the most definite one. Let's see. What do you think about that one? With a funny saying of some sort. Maybe that's a possibility. I think these are too big though. The frogs evidently don't sell really well. Although I think frogs are cute. I really like that too. But I don't think that's going to be a good one. But, I mean, who knows, okay? I don't know. I don't have a clue. That is too big. Oh, that is so cute right there. Oh, that's another one. See, I've got more than enough. I like the unusual stuff, don't I? Oh, that would be pretty. Is that a smaller one? Oh, yeah. Okay. That's a definite. Those are pretty, but I'd have to add something to it. Which I could, but right now I'm looking for the actual, okay. Not too many napkins. Okay. Whoop. Well, let's just do this one. Okay. I don't want a straight edge. I don't know how big this needs to be, so Dan had to go pick up somebody from work. We used to take him home every Sunday, and then somebody else started to do that for him, but that person's in Florida and is not able to do it today. Dan doesn't feel really good. And I offered to go for him, but he said no. Okay. We're going to just set that over there for right now. I don't know if I'm going to like that or not, to be quite honest. I think it needs to be a straight edge on these. Uh-oh. See, I didn't do this, and the glue's on here, so, yep. I need to be careful with this. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna keep that, but we're gonna just do straight edges on these today. Maybe not. Can I do a straight edge on that? That is not what I wanted, though. I wanted that bird. Well, I'm having issues today, huh? Yep. Okay. And we're taking the paper off. Okay. And I don't throw this away. I just dropped the bird. So that's one. These gonna all be birds today? No. Where's the scissors? I was doing good, and then I got distracted, and now my mind is not where it needs to be. Nope, nope. Okay. That goes there. There's another piece on there. I don't know where my tape is, or I'd be using tape. Oh, maybe it's right here. Nope, it's not. Here's a piece. Tape makes it so much easier. That looks too woodsy though. It's not bright white. Is that okay though? I like that one, but that's not big enough. And I like that one, but it doesn't have the red. And I like that one, but that's too small. And I like that one, but that doesn't have, I could probably put, but I don't want that white there. So before I put heat down, I'm gonna do this. Did I get all the white off? Yep. Nope, I didn't get all the white off. Okay, let me get it up. Because I don't want the white on there, but I don't want it to look like a cut either. But I don't want to wet it because I don't want it to look torn. There we go. Okay, and if you didn't know you could do this, then you do now. And I'm just making sure it's over just enough to get the white off of there. And yes, I know you can do that once you glue it down, but then it's just on the edge, and I want it, this is not going to go all the way to the edge. There we go. Okay, that's for that one. I think I'm going to do the same thing with these. I don't like I don't think this one's going to sell, but yeah, you see, it's not a perfect, and that's, I don't want it to be perfect. But I don't want to use water either on these because these are so, oop, and see, I tore that completely off. That's how fragile these are. I'm going to want that piece. I don't know. Now, I wasn't sure about this anyway, so let's just leave this alone for right now. That was my way of saying, nope, Beth, don't use that piece. Okay, let's try this piece. This piece does it too, because this is a napkin. And these are really fragile too. But you can hold on to these a little bit better this way when they're dry than you can when they're wet. And I am going up on the edge, as you can see, in certain places. I hope you can see. I'm not going, yep, that tore it too, but these napkins are bad. Yeah, I'm trying to get another piece where it looks intentional. And it's easier to do it dry. It is for me anyway. There it goes. Bird Big is gonna stay. Okay. Okay. That one is ready to go. It's still heavy, right? Yeah, okay. At first, for a minute, I thought, oh no. I have forgotten to turn the camera back on, but okay, and with this right here, I'm going to go I want it to look scuffed up. Oh, I think John and Ashley just came home. Or maybe it's Dan back already. I don't know, but that's awfully quick for him to be back. But who knows? Okay. This is what I've got so far. But we're going to go in with, I don't know. I'm not a beetle person, but I know people like beetles. Yeah, see, I want that looked roughed up too. So I'm going to go on the underneath. Yeah, that works. Okay. Go in the underneath of it. I don't want to lose the detail, but I don't want it to look like it's been cut out. And with water, I don't know, I can't control it as well as I can this way. Like that right there. I don't know. Does it look like too much to you? Doesn't look like it fits to me, right? No. So I think I need to just do some painting to make that blend in and then put something there. So that's what we're going to do with this. Okay. That's 3. Let's find them. This one, let me just cut out. Okay, once again, we're going to rough it up around the edges. Even if the edges are already up here, you can still rough the paper up. Because I'm going on the top, I'm not going on the edge. And that is the difference. Okay, that's the next one. We have two more. Should I do a frog? Okay, and I'm going to go back over the edges on the top. Make them look just a little bit more raggedy. And see, they do look raggedy. I don't know if you can see them, but they don't look like they've been cut out. And if you could feel the dust all over from the very fine paper, you would know that. Okay, I know I don't want that. See, this is just, let's see. Could I do that with that? But there's a lot missing on the bottom. And could I just get that? Or should I put just those with that? No. I hate the fact that we're cutting that off, but oh wow, wait a minute. I'm taking most of it off. Yeah, no, I don't want to do that. Okay. But I'm taking that off if I do. I don't want to ruin that. Okay. We're going to do it this way. going to put it on that way. I hope you can see this. Okay, so I'm going to clean this up and then I'll be back. Okay, I've got it all cleaned up. I've got my little iron thing turned on. We're going to start with this one. We're going to make sure it's laying down where it's supposed to. And then I'm just going to press. I'm putting a little bit of pressure on this. And I'm just pressing. I'm not really moving it around. There it goes. Making sure you don't have excess in the middle or something. You can do that, but I wouldn't put too much pressure on it when you're dragging it across. But I am making sure that I get it all the way to the edges. This is how you get a wrinkled-free decoupage, y'all. And it is on there. Now I will seal this, but I want to paint the edges first. Now this is a napkin. It's going to be a little bit trickier right here, because napkins are thinner and you don't want them to show a fold. I'm just being really careful. Yeah, I'm going to have to take that off the edge, but that's okay. Normally I have parchment paper, but I don't have any parchment paper down here. So I'm just showing you that you can use it without parchment paper, but it's better. Don't leave it on there very long without parchment paper. Because what it's doing, it's reheating. And I'm making sure that the edges are all getting the... This is a napkin, and you very rarely can get a napkin wrinkled free. Okay, and now we're going to take this, because there's some rough edges, and you don't have to see me do this because you've seen me and so many other people do this, and I don't want to do it over those other pieces right now. And it's on there. I mean, it's almost like it's made into the piece. And as you can see, it is wrinkled free. Okay, let's do the Alice one. I had to tape this because this thing comes off. Now this one may have a wrinkle in it because it's got a wrinkle in the rice paper. Right there. Let's see if I can get that wrinkle out. What is that? Is the rice paper? Okay, hold on a minute. Let me make sure that I don't have something on my iron. Hold on a minute. That's why you should have parchment paper. And I do have something. I'm trying to get it off. Yep. Okay. It's coming off. Let me see if I can find my parchment paper. I looked for it, but I couldn't find it. So let me try again over here. It's that little piece. Oh, I did. Cool. Second time around. Which is okay. That's no big deal. I will just put some paint. And I might be able to just get it off right there. Oh, I was able to. Okay. Okay, let me put the parchment paper down and do this again. I was pressing on it quite hard because I was trying to get that wrinkle out right there, but I think since it's in the paper, I'm not going to be able to. This wood is really soft. This may be an indentation too. Yeah, I don't think that's a wrinkle. I think that's an indentation of the wood. Okay. That is Dan. You can hear the vibe coming in. It's got a hole in the muffler. And I've wanted to fix it. And Dan says, oh no, I like the sound. You can hear him coming. Isn't it funny how men like certain things? It drives us batty, but I have my little Fiat, so he drives that one out. I drive the Fiat. Now I will distress this one. Let me make sure it... Okay, there you go. And of course, I will put a sealer over all these. Oh, that worked. Okay. Oh, cool. Okay, there's that one. Let's get a clean piece of parchment paper. Lay it down right there. I'm going to do that corner first. What? Is there a piece of glitter right there? Oh, nope, don't do that. Don't do what I just did. Okay. Ready to go too. So we've got 2 more left. I'm going to clean the bottoms off of the iron. Okay, we are back. Dan got home and I need to talk to him for a minute. So we've got the 4. So let's go on to the frog. There is a what do you call those? Gnat. That's what you call them. There is a gnat flying around. I'm trying not to get irritated by it, but and I'm telling you, the napkins do better with this than anything. I bet you the paper that I print off is gonna. This is rice paper, and you can see the pieces of rice. They look like wrinkles in here. Not the pieces of rice, but you know what I mean. Uh-oh, it came unplugged. See, it comes unplugged so easily, but this blue tape helped it. Yeah, I'm going to rough up the edges a little bit more since it's on here. And I can now it's the grains of the paper coming through. That's wild. And they're really coming through on this one for some reason. I'll bring it up in just a minute so you can see what I'm talking about. But I'm going to try one more time to okay, I'm going to bring this up closer so where you can see what I'm talking about. That's the bits and pieces that's in the rice paper right here. And they're really coming through heavy on this one. But that's okay. It adds character. So we're down to one. My little Buster Boo one. Let me... Okay, here we go. That edge down really well, because that is the edge that is raw. I just want to make sure it's on there. I am putting a little bit of pressure right here along the raw edge up, and the plug just came out again, but this is still hot enough, I think. Oh yeah, that's not going anywhere. Okay. there's that one so far. And I am going to just a damp just to make sure that I've got all the paper off of there. I am going to unplug the little iron. Okay, and then let me go ahead and just do this real quick, just to make sure that there's no moisture. What I just did. Okay. And then, since I'm going to have to get the little sayings to go on there, we're going to finish this in the next video. But I want to go ahead and get this out because I think it's ready to come out. But at least it showed you how to decoupage napkins, rice paper, and just regular decoupage paper, because there is a difference there. I am going to be careful about where this stuff goes though, because I don't want it getting on my blocks. Oh, that gnat needs to go away. And see, it's already on this, and if I don't get it off of there, and if I accidentally set a block, it will pick up that, because this pigment for the Hydrocast is so strong. Okay, so what I'm going to do, so I don't have to keep doing this, I'm going to put a paper towel down. It's just new mold. I don't know what this is going to look like. I'm hoping it doesn't have a bunch of air bubbles. Wow. Oh, wow. What is that? Is that the lid? Oh, goodness. Okay. Does it automatically make a lid? Oh, this is so cool. Okay. I hope that's a lid that will fit on there. Well, it came out easy enough. Well, that part did. Let's see about this part. Let's see. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, that just comes straight out. Oh, wow. Amazon, y'all. Okay, I'm not sure about the color yet. It might be fine, actually, when it dries. Okay, there's none. I'm just lightly doing this, y'all. Very lightly. Just trying to smooth it out. See, I don't know what this piece is. There's really no lip to it, so I don't think this is a top per se, but you could make it into a top. Does that fit there? Oh, you could put something. Okay, I hope I can get this out, because you could put a little finial there or something and make a top out of this, because it fits in that way. Do you see that? Oh my. Okay, look at the pigment. And that's after me wiping my hands down. Okay, I am going to look. Okay, no, I'm not going to look. I am going to get a clean paper towel. It went all the way through the paper towel, y'all. When I say this pigment is pigmented, I mean it is pigmented. And I don't want that getting on my other stuff. So I'm being very, very cautious. That's with the paper towel down. Can you imagine what it would have been without anything down? These are not cheap paper towels, by the way, either. They're the Viva. Because I could hear somebody out there saying, well, you need to not use cheap paper towels. These are not. These are Viva. You see the little V? Okay, we are going to spray some water. I think this is water. I hope this is water. I want to see what the color. Yeah, the color's coming off, which is okay. I want to see what it's going to do. Look how dark the bottom is. And inside it's just smooth. I'm going to sand this down a little bit. I wish I hadn't taken the little thing off now. Okay. I'm going to sand it down a little bit because I see a few little holes, and I don't want the holes there. It's just air bubbles from... And while it's still soft, it's easier for me to do this and fill them in. I'm filling it in with the stuff I'm sanding off. That's why I'm doing it when it's soft. So what I'm sanding is going into the air bubble holes. Wow, that looks, oh, the color looks totally different in there. Wow. Why does it do that? What does that look like? Oh, that looks black. Oh, that's wild. I need to it is so much easier to sand this while it's wet. Then after it dries. There's a big old glob up underneath here, and so I'm trying to even it out without breaking it or doing what I'm doing, and I didn't want to do that. So I think I'm going to wait and do the rest of it later, because I just took a whole chunk off right there. I don't know, let me see if I can even it out a little bit to make it look like that's the way it's supposed to be. There are ways of manipulating these pieces. When you do something like that, please don't ever just throw it away and chonk it, because you can always do something. You can always correct it. It may not look like it originally was going to look like, but that doesn't mean that it still can't be a really nice piece of art. Okay. Look at my hands. Again, the pigment on these are incredible. I'm going to have blue hands for days. And I'm cleaning it once again to get that off of there. Okay. Cool. Well, I'm going to end the video here. And we will continue when I get the phrases that I want to put on there. And we will finish those up. And then you'll be able to see this dry. And we'll finish that up. Okay, I hope you enjoyed the video. Do me a favor, hit the thumbs up like button, hit the hype button, and the subscribe button. And thank you again so much. And don't forget to leave a comment. Bye-bye.